Welcome everyone to the Local Founders YouTube channel, where I'm going to teach you how you can improve your Google ranking position on Google Maps by spying on your local competition. The first thing that we want to take a look at is whether or not your business has a Google My Business listing. And if you don't know what that is, a listing is essentially a place where local customers can find you, they can look at your reviews, they can give you a call, they can find your location, and they can visit your website. Go to the Google My Business website, and Google's going to walk you through from A to Z how you can create your listing absolutely free. Now let's assume you have a listing already. The goal for this listing is we want it to get more exposure on Google so you can drive more local traffic from the customers in your area. We're going to first take a look at plumbers in Miami as an example. So if you type in plumbers in Miami, let's say if I have a leak in my house and I'm looking for a plumber and I'm living in Miami. I'm going to type this in, and generally, I'm going to go to the Google Map Pack. So this is called a Google Map Pack, where Google is going to show 3 of the top listings that they feel is the most relevant to what I'm looking for, and also based on the listing's presence. So there are many SEO factors that go into why a listing will appear. Some reasons could be reviews, it could be proximity, and there's tons and tons of other SEO factors that come into play that improves the listing's visibility to be in the map pack. The goal for this video is I want to show you how you can get your local business to appear in this map pack by spying on your competitors. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the first competitor. So Miami 24/7 Plumbing. If we go to their Google listing and we scroll all the way to the very bottom, we're going to see GMB posts. So these are posts that you're able to create in the Google My Business dashboard. And as you can see, this listing has quite a few posts. Some posts are talking about how you can repair certain appliances, certain advertising, just tips and strategies for the local business, for the customer. And here's a job post that they've created. Now, you don't have to be extremely creative with creating this post. The main objective is we want to add as much valuable content that is relevant to our business. And the reason for this is because Google loves a listing which is content rich. When you have a lot of content and updated content, Google is going to reward you by improving your Google Maps ranking position. And so the goal here is we want to identify how many posts does this listing have, and how often are they posting every 90 days. And the way we're going to do this is by installing a plugin called GMB Crush. So GMB Crush is a free tool that you can install. It's going to audit the listing to see how often they post and how many posts they have in total. I'm going to copy and paste the URL in the YouTube description so you can go directly to this page. Once you've installed this Chrome extension, I'm going to walk you through how you can actually use it on the example of Miami 24/7 Plumbing. So let's go back to the Google page where we typed in plumbers in Miami. We're going to go ahead and click Maps. And so we're going to click the first listing, Miami 24/7 Plumbing. And within a few seconds, you're going to see the GMB Crush Chrome extension. And there we go. Okay, so this is the GMB Crush extension which you should have downloaded. And what we're going to do is we're going to click Search Now. When you click this, it's going to take 30 seconds for it to audit the listing, and it's going to redirect you to a separate landing page which is going to have the metrics that we're looking for. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this video, and I'm going to start off with the landing page where we want to look at. So this is the landing page that you should have been redirected to when you clicked Search Now for the audit. So this is the same listing that we were taking a look at, Miami 24/7 Plumbing. Now on the far right, we're going to see 2 columns. One's PC and one's PC90. So PC is basically how much posts they have in total, and PC90 is how often have they posted it in the last 90 days. So as you can see, they have 31 posts, and in the last 90 days, they have 1 post. The goal is we want to take a look at the top 5 competitors listing. We want to run an audit and we want to see how often they're posting and how many posts they have in total. And with those numbers, we're going to take an average and we're going to make sure that we're at least 3 to 5 times above our competition. So if you found the average post to be around 30, I would recommend to be around 35, 40, 45. If you see a frequency of posts where it's 5 every 90 days, you should be at least 10 to 15 posts every single 90 days. And again, what this is going to do, it's going to give you that competitive edge to show Google that you're creating new and valuable content for the user that is looking at the business listing. The second Chrome extension that we want to take a look at is called GMB Everywhere. And once again, I'm going to copy and paste the URL in the YouTube description so you can go directly to the page. What this plugin is going to do is it's going to audit all of the listings. So we'll use the same example of plumbers in Miami. It's going to audit all of the listings and it's going to identify the categories for each. So categories can be sent in the Google My Business dashboard. You're going to have one primary category and you're going to have multiple secondary categories. The goal is you want to write down all of the categories that you see your competitors have on their listing, so you make sure that you can include it in your listing as well. The reason for this is because the more labels you have in your listing, it tells Google that this is what my business is, and when someone types in a keyword that is relevant to that label, your listing is going to appear. The more labels you have, the more exposure you're going to get. But you need to make sure that these labels are actually relevant, or these categories are actually relevant to the services in which your business offers. And so these are the two Chrome extensions that I recommend. I do it for all of my clients. So again, it's the GMB Crush and the GMB Everywhere, two free Chrome extensions that you can install as a way of auditing your competitors' listing and as a way of spying on them to see what they're doing for their SEO strategy.